Hey everyone, welcome back. Glad you joined me today. We are going to be painting this spring flowy flower with watercolor crayons. But this one was with watercolor. And that's not what we're going to be using today. But I'm kind of using this as a reference. This is a drawing that I did a while back. But it's a flowy pink flower. Could be a rose. Could be any spring flower. It could be a peony. I'm not really sure. It's just a spring flowy pink flower. So let me show you what we're going to be using. I have these 12 Vibrant Colors Crayola Signature Watercolor Crayons. And I bought these at Ross. And I've even told some friends about them, and I don't think you can find them anymore. I have not tried to look online, but I bought these for my grandkids, and I've been using them. I'm kind of enjoying them. I played with them a little bit, but that's what we're going to be using today. We're also going to be using these Caran d'Ache Swiss Color watercolor sticks, and they are in brighter colors, so I'm going to just be using a few of these colors. So I know you can buy these on Amazon because that's where I believe I bought these. So let's get started. This is just a pretty simple project, like I said. You can use these watercolor crayons in a couple different ways. You can use them dry and then add the water on top, or you can use them wet and dip them in some water. And I probably will do both ways, but there's no right or wrong way to use these. And it's just like coloring with crayons. And who doesn't like that? I know I do. I love crayons. So I'm going to use my deepest purple that I have. And my colors are pretty limited. So I'm going to start kind of like my other picture. I'm going to start down here in the left-hand corner. And I'm just going to make like the center of the flower. And I'm just kind of squiggling lines. And I want the center to be dark. So I'm going to probably go around this with some red as well. And I'm making a circle. And that's all this flower is. It's just going to be a circle with some squiggly lines. But I do want some depth in this, so I might add some red. I think red rouge in with this pink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down all the color first, and then I'm going to go back with some brushes, wet brushes, and blend out all the colors that I did. So, and then I'll add some more on top. But I'm going to just kind of mix this red and pink, and I'm just going to swirl it around. And make kind of like a flower shape. And I'm going to keep the red kind of towards the top and in the center. And I'm not going to go too much further with this pink because I'll show you we can blend it out with the water brush, with the round brush and water. So I'm just going to keep making my circle. And I want a little bit of purple. I think I have some violet here towards the bottom of the flower. Maybe I'll put some in the middle too to deepen it up a little bit. We'll stop there. I'm gonna now do the leaves of the flower, and I'm gonna use my lightest green, which is from the Caran set. I'm just going to call it Caran because I don't know how to say it. And I'm just going to randomly put some green, and I'm putting my lighter shades on the bottom. And I'm kind of making like ovals. And I'm leaving some space here so I can add maybe some pink buds. And I'm going to add some green down in here. And let's go ahead and add those pinky. We're going to add some pinky reddish buds in between some of these green spaces. Like maybe my flower's budding out. Maybe one down here low. And I'm not worrying if I'm overlapping in the green. That's okay. And maybe some here. Maybe one out here. And then I'm going to add some darker green in there. I'm going to go with this. Oh, and I forgot, this one was broken. So I'm just going to rip some of the paper and we're going to start over with the broken crayon, and that's fine. That's what you do with broken crayons. What is that saying? Broken crayons still color? There you go. And I want to put some green around the base of the flower. And I'm only going to put some of this dark on the part of the lighter green. And you can see this is just like using crayons. But what makes these neat is they do melt away with the water, and they do blend really nicely. And maybe I'm going to add some more pink, a little bud here. And I'm going to add some red to these buds. I know I'm ready for spring. I don't know about you guys. Our tulips are starting to come up, and it's been in the 60s here, but I think it's a little early yet. I don't know. Makes me want to get out and work in the yard, but I know it's too early. I'm gonna add some more pink. All right, let's go with that. I'm gonna set these off over here for a minute, and I am going to grab a paper towel, and they're over here. Sorry, I didn't have them ready. Okay, I'm just using a large round brush, and I have a medium-sized round brush. It really doesn't matter. You'll see what I mean. But I'm going to start with the flower first. That way we can work in the center of the flower and move out. And it kind of is how, so that the inside of the flower doesn't bleed into the rest of the flower. All right, let's get started. And you can see, I really just laid down some swirls of color, and I like how, and I'm dabbing. That's all I'm doing is dabbing. Every once in a while, you might need to clean off your brush. And while I'm letting the flower dry, I'm going to work on the leaves and the other buds. So I think while I still have kind of a little bit of the pink in my brush, I'm going to work on the other buds. And you can see I'm going outside of where I colored and kind of making it look more like a flower bed or a... And you can go in and blend these almost to where you can't see the texture of the paper. But I kind of like the texture of the paper. But I might go back, we'll see. Okay, that one got kind of weird, but I'm just gonna let it go with the flow. I'm gonna take it off the page. And what's nice about these two, while it's wet, you can still go in and add more color. And I'll show you that on the flower. Let's grab some of the pink. And this flower is still pretty wet. So you can see, you can go in there and add more or try to blend out some of your color a little bit. I've even dipped them in my water. And it makes them real smooth and silky. Whoop, I just broke that one. Probably because I've been dipping them in water. That's okay. I think Faber-Castell or Fabre-Castell. I know I'm butchering names, but I think I saw on Amazon they have a water crayon as well. These are like oil pastels, but they're water soluble. Okay, got that just a little wet. I'm gonna try to make that one look more like a bud. All right, let's go and dry my hands off here. Now I'm gonna go in and rinse off my brush, and we're gonna go under the green. I'm just blending my colors, blending those lines out. And like that line right there, I'm just totally blending that out. But I'm going to keep this one a little more sketchy. My dog, I don't know if you've noticed in some of my videos, you guys might have to go back and look. My dog likes to make an appearance. He's in here right now. We just went for a walk, and I don't think he was done. I was trying to take him for a walk to tire him out. He's fine, he's just playing. I'm gonna make some of these leaves have little points to them. Okay, let's step back and look at that and see if we want to do any more blending. I think I'm going to take a little bit smaller brush and maybe go into some of this purple and blend it out a little bit. And what is neat about these as well is you can take the white and you can go over the color and it kind of mutes it a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do on some of these. And it looks like I forgot to do one of the greens. Blend it out. This works really well with the pink, which it would because it's lighter. That kind of made a scratchy effect. That's kind of neat. I don't know if I can do that again. I'm going to add some white to soften up some of that purple. And let me go get back and get that green. I want to darken up a little bit more by the base of the flower, and I want to try to add a little bit more white. I'm going to wipe off this white a little bit and see if I can get some white in here. And I can. It'll be muted, but that's fine. And then I'm going to make sure I'm not going to go back through with my water. And let's see, I want to add, I noticed but the difference between the two crayons, the Crayola are really soft and the Crayon crayons are really hard. So I don't know if that makes a difference, but that's what I noticed between the difference of them. Sorry, I'm laughing because my dog thinks it's playtime now. He's brought his toy in here now. And I'm using this brown. You know what I'm doing, everybody? I'm using this brown kind of like I would a black pen. So I've just substituted my black pen by using the tip of this hard crayon to define some of these. But that's okay. I'm not using my pen, right? And because I like the effect of that, I'm going to do it some more. And the beauty of this is you don't have to wait for this to dry to go back over this. It's because they're water-soluble crayons, they won't like mess up, or you don't think they're messing up. What I am going to do, because I feel like there needs to be just a little bud coming out here. So I'm gonna kind of make one here. He's gonna be darker. That's okay. And I think I might go back with some more of that brown. Maybe I'll use the green and kind of define some of these leaves a little bit. On my other drawing, I had splattered some paint, and I can't do that with these, but I kind of like that effect. And I also used, on this one, I used a straw to blow the petals, and I don't have that. So this one is actually, this one looks a lot different, and I wanted it to. I didn't want it to look exactly the same. I do want to make some green here. Blend a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit to the outside of this one. I felt like it looked almost like the petal was outlined. Make one side a little bit darker than the other. I'm not going to go back over the flower because I had added some white, and I want to try to add a little bit more white. What I was trying to do earlier, and I don't think I exactly got what I wanted to do, is just add a little bit of brown at the base of the flower to give it just a little bit of depth. And I'm just going to dab it. And I'm going to take some of that brown and darken up around the outside of this flower here. And I got to be careful not to overwork. I'm getting really close to that point. But you can see you can do a lot with these. I'm going to lighten up some of this green, brighten up some of these. I actually might take a little bit of yellow. Kind of just to give it a little bit more contrasty colors here. Yeah, be careful with these Crayola crayons if you dip them in water. I do notice they break a little bit. This one's starting to break. They still work though. I'm going to soften up some of that yellow that I put in, just really lightly. And I think I need to make green. And you can see you can get really carried away, and I think for right now. I think I better stop. I think that's good. I'm afraid I'm going to overwork it. I feel like I've maybe, in my opinion, I think I have too many leaves, and I should have maybe not had as many leaves, but that's okay. It's a fun, free, flowy flower, fun activity. Another thing that oh, here, wait, okay, hold on. I decided to go in with my paper towel, and I forgot about that. And that's what I wanted to do. I was trying to get that effect with the water. I wanted it to be a little more blended. Here I am, overworking again. Let me add a little bit white here to make these look like they're popping out. So anyway, I think I better stop there and call that good. But I hope you enjoyed this little exercise with the Crayola water-soluble crayons. Anyway, I think that's good for now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this inspired you to create, experiment, and enjoy the process. I'll be over here doing that thing I do. And as always, see you next time.